If you want to do this, then you need one of these. And if you already have one of these, then stay tuned, because my welding story may resonate with you and you may realise how much a welder has changed your life. This is my Art Captain MIG 200. If you don't have a MIG welder in your life, you don't actually realise what you're missing out on.
Burnt all my fingertips off and set myself on fire twice.
And if you do have a welder and you weld, then think about this. Where would you be if you never ever got a welder and you didn't weld? Think about that. Somebody asked me the other day if they could borrow my welder. I was horrified. It's like someone asking to have a go on your missus. Well, it's not really, because I'm quite happy for people to come around here and use my welder. But for someone to actually take it away, I couldn't handle that. It's one of those things, when you've got one or had one, you just can't do without it. And if it wasn't here, I'd need it for something. I use it all the time. When I first got to this country, I didn't have a car, and I needed a car to get about in. And second-hand cars were really expensive, but this Beetle, my 67 Baja bug, came along for 500 bucks. It didn't have any lights in it, any wiring loom, any windows. It did have a motor, but it just wasn't on the road and it needed a lot doing to it. So me being into cool VWs, and incidentally my very first car was a yellow Baja bug, so my first car over here was also a yellow Baja bug. Anyway, I needed to get it on the road. I was staying with friends and I just had this little one car lock-up garage to work out of. But there was things what needed doing on it, and I really needed a welder to do these things. So I bought myself this. It's a Ryobi gasless MIG. It was way more money than I could afford at the time, but I paid another 500 bucks for this. They're even cheaper than that nowadays. But it did well. It did everything I needed to do. And I still use it to this day, like 22 years later, for certain stuff, because you don't have to worry about messing about with gas and stuff like that. And back then, gas was hard to get hold of. It's a real pain in the bum. Not like now, where it's quite easy to get hold of. It's a little bit agricultural and a little bit splattery and messy, but it gets you out of trouble. It's really good because you can take it anywhere. You can take it out in the paddock when you need to and stuff like that.
An out-of-control bushfire has shut down.
One of the jobs was I had to make this cage for it so it's legal, so stupid people don't stick their hand in the fan belt and stuff like that. And I had to actually shorten the cage up because it was sticking way out and it looks stupid. But of course I needed a welder to sort of fabricate this. I couldn't think of any other way of doing it. So that was one of the main things I got it for. And I needed to put windows in it. It had one-piece windows in it, so I had to make mechanisms for electric windows. I've actually gone back to proper good windows now, so I haven't got to worry about that. Oh, and I made the roof rack for it as well, which has come in very handy. But without this welder, I couldn't have done it. It's one of these things, once you've had one in your life, you can't do without it. You always need it. And I always had welders when I was in England before that. I did a lot of stuff on the bobber in the early days too, like the X-pipe and the exhaust system and stuff. Got plenty of videos about that, so if you haven't already subscribed, then you can go back and watch them. But watch this video first. And more recently, with Art Captain MIG 200, I've been getting involved in stuff like this and making turbo systems and stuff. That's really got good. And I've got lots of videos about that too, so go and look at them. People say to me things like, I wish I had your skills, but I'll let you into a secret. I do have a lot of skills, but I've got these skills because I have a go. So get yourself a MIG welder and have a go, because you don't know what you need to know until you need to know it. I started welding a long time ago in England when I worked in a garage. It was an MOT testing station, so we used to MOT all these rusty old cars in the wet weather and had to actually weld them up to get them through MOTs. That's how I learned to weld.
Someone was drunk when they did this.
There was no internet back in that day. I was just shown by someone, hold this, point and squirt. There was a bit more to it than that, but basically having a lot of practice on these horrible old cars was actually really difficult to weld, so you do gain a lot of skills like that. I also got my own budget welder at the same time, and I did have a big project on the go, which was my V-dub. I read in a magazine about how to shorten a VW floor pan. I thought, oh, that looks fun, I'll have a go at that. So I did it, and I shortened the rest of the car as well, and then drag raced it, but that's another story. But the point is, just to have a go. That's the whole thing about this channel. I want to inspire people to have a go when you don't need all the expensive tools and equipment. I've had expensive welders in the past, and I've had budget welders in the past. Expensive welders you can get really nice weld with, but nowadays you can get very nice welds with budget welders, especially this guy here. And this angle grinder is an essential tool for when you're welding as well, or pretty much for anything. I use this tool more than any other tool in my life, I reckon, and I use it for way more things it's not designed for. And this is another one of those tools where once you've had one, you can't do without it. They can get a bit wild though, so always have the appropriate PPE. And never take the guards off the grinders like this one here. I'm not a great welder. Because I just have a go and I've taught myself, I get by, and I really should invest a little bit of time doing a course and actually getting really good. But it's another one of those things, it's all time. A few years ago, Art Captain gave me this welder to try, and I messed about with it, with the settings and stuff in the early days, but I just leave it as is at the moment generally for a lot of stuff I do, and just pick it up and use it and abuse it, and it's been great. That's why it's covered in dust and stuff now, because I just plonk it on the shelf, use it when I need to, and I haven't felt the need to mess around with it much. Let's give it a little go. Just got to do a little bit of welding on this thing here. Don't look directly at it. I will. Art Captain MIG 200 does a great job. That's normally the setting I've got it on for stuff like this. Art Captain asked me to do a 3-year review of this welder. That's not really the sort of thing I do. I'm not really into unboxing and reviews and stuff like that. I may well do it. I may well go into a bit more detail. But to be honest, it does everything you want it to do. It welds great. It's actually very forgiving. It doesn't blow holes and stuff like a lot of welders. Once you've got it set up, it's great. You don't have to touch it. And you can fiddle with stuff if you want to. But it's been so reliable for me. I've done so much with it. It's good for making tools or modifying tools if you don't have a tool or you need to do something odd. But I thought making a video of why you need a welder in your life would be much more appropriate, because everyone does reviews and stuff like that. So if you want one of these guys, there'll be a link in the description, and if you use the code BOBBER, you get 5% off. And also, I get a little bit out of it as well, which helps the channel. And this welder's really helped the channel anyway, just by being here and allowing me to do the things I can do. I'm promoting this because it has been a great welder. It's absolutely awesome. And it is a tool I can't do without. So pretty much, that's what this video is about. It's why you need a MIG welder in your life. I modified the cat on the bobber. Made the exhaust system for the bobber. There's one, I made the X pipe, I made the turbo system for it, I modified the tow bar. Art Captain MIG 200. I actually built the whole trailer using this guy too. That's not bad considering I can't see what I'm doing. I did do a bit of a review when I first got the welder, and I went into the settings and stuff a bit then. So I haven't played around with this MIG much yet, so now's my opportunity to do it. But you can choose between MIG, stick welding, arc welding, TIG welding. I don't actually have a TIG welding torch for it, or MIG with a spool, and I don't have a spool for it, so we're using MIG. You can also use it as a gasless welder as well. That is your 2-touch or your 4-touch or your spot welding function. That's how you change your gas to different mixes. And this button here is a sync button, which will sync your amps and your voltage together. But that's normal, that's where you can individually change your voltage and your amps. And this here is, I believe, is your impedance, which adjusts the sort of spread of your weld paddle a little bit. But since then, I have been given a TIG torch for it, which I need to try out, so I need to get that going and do a video about that. You can also use it as a gasless MIG if you use the proper gasless wire, so it's pretty versatile. Oh, and you can use it as an arc welder, so you can take this one in a paddock too. So that's about it then. This has been a bit about this welder, but the main point of this video is to inspire people to just go out and get a welder and have a go. And there's so much information available to people now on the internet, and there's courses and stuff, lots of YouTube videos how to weld, so there's no excuse. And once you've had one, you'll realise, what did I do before I had one? And then if you're still watching this and you do weld, then let me know in the comments what resonates with you, or if you want to see anything else or whatever. But other than that, make sure you like this video, subscribe and give it a hype. And have a great day.